In the dark, echoing corridors of medieval castles and fortresses, hidden beneath layers of stone, there existed a realm of unimaginable horror, the oubliette. Derived from the French word oublier, meaning to forget, these dungeon-like cells were designed not only to imprison, but also to erase the very existence of those who occupied them. This short video will dive into the chilling history of the oubliettes, exploring their purpose, the dreadful experiences of those condemned to them, and the haunting legacy they left behind. Oubliettes were a particularly cruel form of incarceration used during the Middle Ages. Unlike standard prison cells, which provided some level of communication and contact with the outside world, oubliettes were designed to isolate and dehumanize their prisoners. These cells were typically deep, narrow shafts or cylindrical pits, often accessed through a trapdoor from above. The purpose of an oubliette was not only to detain, but also to make the prisoner vanish from society, effectively erasing their existence. These grim cells were primarily used for political prisoners, traitors, and enemies of the state. Those who posed a significant threat to the ruling powers or who had fallen out of favor with the monarchy were often cast into these dark holes. The secrecy and inaccessibility of the oubliettes made them an ideal location for those the rulers wanted to disappear without a trace. Imagine being led through the cold, labyrinthine passages of a medieval castle, your hands bound and your fate uncertain. The dim torchlight flickers as you are dragged to the edge of a narrow, dark hole. With a heart filled with dread, you are pushed forward, plummeting into the suffocating blackness below. The trapdoor slams shut above you, sealing your fate. Once inside, the oubliette becomes a world of perpetual darkness. The air is damp and heavy, carrying the scent of decay and mold. The only sounds are the distant echoes of water dripping from the stone walls and the occasional scurrying of rats. The walls, slick with moisture, are rough and unyielding. As you try to find your bearings, you realize the walls are too close to move around comfortably, and standing upright is a struggle. Your senses are assaulted as they become overwhelmed by the foul odor of feces and urine, remnants most likely from the previous occupant. Come to think of it, it might be the occupant themselves, decaying below your very own feet. In the pitch-black void of the oubliette, your senses become heightened. The overpowering stench of human waste and rot fills your nostrils, making it difficult to breathe. The taste of fear lingers in your mouth, a bitter reminder of your dire circumstances. Your eyes, strained from the darkness, begin to play tricks on you, creating phantom shapes and movement in the blackness. The sounds within the oubliette are equally tormenting. The relentless drip of water becomes a cruel reminder of time's slow passage. You hear the distant skittering of rats, which sometimes dare to come closer, their presence a chilling indication of your vulnerability. Your own heartbeat, pounding in your ears, is a constant reminder of your solitary existence. The silence between these noises is deafening, amplifying your thoughts and fears. The physical conditions of the oubliette were horrendous, but the psychological torment was arguably worse. Deprived of light and human contact, prisoners often succumbed to madness. The isolation and sensory deprivation eroded their sense of self and reality. Days and nights blended into an unending cycle of darkness, where hope faded and despair took root. Victims of oubliettes often vanished without a trace, their existence effectively erased from the annals of history. These cells served as both a punishment and a tool of terror, reminding subjects of the absolute authority wielded by their rulers. The psychological torment endured by prisoners, coupled with the horrific physical conditions, made oubliettes one of the most feared forms of incarceration. Archaeological evidence of oubliettes has been found in various medieval structures, including the Tower of London and the Château de Chillon in Switzerland. These discoveries offer a chilling glimpse into the dark corners of history, where despair and hopelessness reigned supreme. Today, the remnants of these oubliettes stand as haunting relics, a testament to the cruelty that once permeated human society.